MEW Toon Tussle 3. Welcome along. I'm Tom Campbell. I'm joined by MEW owner and my broadcast colleague Dan Fitch. Dan, it's time to tussle again.
It is. I'm so excited, Tom. I can't believe we're here at the Toon Tussle 3, right here at the Innisfree Longbenton.
You can say what you want about Northern Bash. You can say what you want about four-way war. I've got to say, Toon Tussle, Dan, it's my favourite time of year.
Oh, it's mine as well. Love a rumble.
And we've got a massive one coming up. But opening up tonight, look at this. We have two debutants in MEW. We're seeing one of them now, Jonah Phoenix. What do we know about this young upstart, Dan?
Comes all the way from Blythe, trained by former MEW heavyweight champion Assassin, one of the members of Contract Pro Academy. This is the first time we're seeing him in an MEW ring. Very excited to see what he does tonight.
It's indeed a long way from Blythe if you get the metro. There's no proper metro service that runs to Blythe yet. You got to get a bus and then a train, and it's a nightmare. It's an absolute chew-on. Jonah Phoenix in the ring now. The British wrestling world currently has some very fertile soil, and we're going to be seeing a bit more of it making their way to the ring right now.
Oh, here's my pick.
And I wonder why, Dan.
Oh, you'll soon find out.
Well, in some parts of the wrestling world, they call him the Hellhound, born and bred Mackham. Very brave to be in Longbenton, just outside Newcastle City Centre, and be a Sunderland fan, Dan.
It is, I know.
You certainly do know.
Sunderland may be a League One club, but Gavin Lewis, mark my words, is a Premier League performer.
I heard Sunderland is a massive club.
It's a massive, massive club.
Do chips and cheese for 99p.
Massive.
Gavin Lewis is here, one of two Sunderland fans present. The other is to my right, MEW owner Dan Fitch. We don't hold that against you because we love the work that you do at MEW.
Very much.
And I like the checks that you signed for me as well. They're lovely. I'm excited to see more of Gavin Lewis. He is stocky, he is powerful, he is aggressive. Two young men who could very well be the building blocks that the future of MEW is built upon, Dan.
Absolutely. We've been scouting these two for quite some time. Very excited to see how this one goes down.
And what a great way what a great show to showcase what you can do at Toon Tussle, where the greatest that MEW has to offer are going to be all vying for the same prize in our main event tonight. These two not in the tussle, Dan, but surely down the road they're going to be wanting some tussle action.
They could be. I am very, very surprised though. The two debutants there in the ring, both looking to make a name for themselves, and one of them has decided to pay money to Jose Malego to be in their corner. But they've never seen MEW before. Why would you hire Jose Malego?
Paid actual money to Jose Malego. Is it Bitcoin? It could be Blythe Bitcoin.
It's chocolate coins, I think, more than Bitcoin.
Jose actually in the Toon Tussle later on as well. Paddy Power say that he is the rank outsider, to be nice.
He's certainly rank.
Gavin Lewis and Jonah Phoenix underway. Our opening match at Toon Tussle. Jonah Phoenix trying to get this MEW fan base behind him as both men try and feel each other out. What a lot to gain in this match. Two guys who want to start their MEW careers with the W and the winner's share of the purse. Gavin Lewis, so strong at such a young age, Dan.
He is. He actually reminds me a little bit of Assassin in terms of the stature, in terms of his power moves that he brings to the game. I know that Jonah's worked a lot with Assassin in the past, so maybe he might have the edge here, knowing how to take the big man to the floor.
Right now, Jonah has taken the big man to the floor. Gavin Lewis trapped in that head scissors, and the referee looking to break the hold. There we go. Jonah's got some real skill about him. Jonah, in terms of sort of the stature and the movement, from what I've seen, it is work at Contract Pro Wrestling, where he is an academy champion there. He very much puts me in mind of a Jordan Devlin.
Yeah, I can see that.
Very young Jordan Devlin.
WWE's Jordan Devlin.
Not a bad... And yeah, hey, look, if you're going to model yourself on anybody, Jordan Devlin, not a bad man to model yourself on. Headlock in the centre of the ring, and Gavin Lewis with that power game.
Seeing that strength again of Gavin. Seems to have the advantage so far in this one.
Actually, a lot of debutants tonight at Toon Tussle. We've got Boris Kozlov later on. The Russian wrecking ball is here.
Yeah, Vladimir Putin's favourite wrestler. Excited.
And I don't know how you feel about the debut of Warmick and Bonnie Mark, Biker Mall later on this evening.
Excited and scared.
bit column A, bit column B. as Jonah Phoenix knocks
there's that idiot.
Gavin Lewis to the outside. Jose Malego. Is it Malego? I'm going to say Jose just to be sure. Look at this. Gavin pulling Jose.
He should have just went and hit him.
You're not a fan of Jose, are you, Dan?
What's he doing here?
I don't think Gavin's going to be a fan of this. Massive kick from Jonah Phoenix. And Jonah taking Gavin Lewis into the MEW faithful. Gavin does not want to be out there at any cost.
You don't want to get counted out in your first match on the show.
That'd be very disappointing. You certainly don't want to be near Jose, who do you know what? I've got a lot of love for Jose.
Yeah?
He's just a fan living his dream.
I couldn't warm to Jose if we were cremated together. I don't know why he keeps on showing up, but every show he's there.
Well, you must think something of him. You put him in the Toon Tussle.
I don't have a choice. He just shows up. Just appears.
He's the standby wrestler of MEW. Oh, look at those heavy uppercuts.
I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that.
Gavin Lewis has seen, and there's been many on the receiving end of that, but this is the first time in an MEW ring, and I know for a fact Gavin Lewis, who has a real affinity with MEW, has said tonight is one of the more important matches of his very young career. He wants to make an impression, Dan, in MEW, which has seen so many greats of wrestling come through its doors.
Yeah, he's following in the footsteps of the likes of Christian and Raven, Heidenreich. That time. Heidenreich was a very nice man, I have to say.
He comes across as a lovely gent.
He didn't read me any poems up against the wall, it was fine.
Up against the ropes is Jonah, bouncing off them. Lewis going for a clothesline, just missing. Oh, look at that heavy lariat.
You've got to say, he has been dominating this match so far as Gavin Lewis.
Gavin Lewis, not a lot of finesse, but a lot of front, a lot of power, and a 2 count. Just a 2 for that heavy lariat. Just a lot of striking action from Gavin Lewis. Like he knows what he does well, and he goes to that ground and pound consistently in matches like this.
The crowd seem very firmly behind Jonah Phoenix so far in this one.
The MEW
fans there.
They are in love with Jonah Phoenix, as they are with Shreddy Breck, who later on is going to take on Boris Kozlov, England's hardest man. Has really captured the imagination of main event wrestling, hasn't he, Dan?
Absolutely, yeah. He's since he made his debut last year, he's just captured the hearts and the minds of every single MEW fan. Absolutely love him. I'm really excited to see that one later on. Although I think Boris Kozlov might have a few surprises in store for Shreddy Breck.
Absolutely, and maybe a surprise or two here as Jonah Phoenix gives Gavin the runaround and a crossbody. That could do it all. No,
I thought he had him there.
Amazing move. This is what Gavin Lewis does not want. He does not want Jonah Phoenix to get his speed on. Because the moment that he picks up momentum, Gavin is going to be on the receiving end of some fast offense. Those flying forearms just then could be looking for that implant DDT.
Beautiful super kick.
And Jonah Phoenix completely in control now of Gavin Lewis.
Is he going to go up top?
He could be taking it to the higher end district. Looking out for that burning elbow, that implant DDT that Jonah I've seen use to great effect at Contract Academy Pro Wrestling, where he is, as I've said, the Academy champion.
Well scouted, I think, by Gavin Lewis, though.
Oh, beauty! Some would call that a Tower of London if you're a fan of Nigel McGuinness. Just a 2 count.
That was a 3 there. I thought he had him.
That could have in any other instance, that could have sealed the deal.
Well, the referee is wearing black and white stripes. I think he's biased against Gavin Lewis.
So the ref's a magpie? Is that what we're saying?
He's absolutely biased against him.
I think fair play to Gavin Lewis, because he walks into wrestling shows across the northeast. This is his first time at MEW in Newcastle, wearing the Sunderland colours. He's very brave. Whoa, there it is! That implant DDT. He calls it the burning ember, and it's got the job done.
Very, very impressed there with both men. What an opening it is to the Toon Tussle.
Well, it looked like Gavin Lewis was getting momentum back on his side, and just like that, Jonah Phoenix with that burning ember implant DDT got the job done.
I've got to say, I don't think this is the last time you've seen either man
I
It's the last
think.
time you've seen that puppet, though.
Oh, well, it certainly isn't the last time we've seen Jose, however you pronounce the surname. We'll leave that with you, Dan. He'll be in the Toon Tussle later on for the #1 contendership for the MEW Championship. But who will be the MEW champion when we get there? Because tonight, Adam Maxted defending his title against the Bangor Bad Boy and Mia Jordan. Huge matches tonight here at Toon Tussle, but we congratulate Jonah Phoenix on picking up the W at Toon Tussle 3. And Jose's there too!